Okay, my next question, who typically benefits from a 750 gallon? Because is this considered one of the smaller ones?
This is, the current regulations are about 250 gallons of total storage per bedroom. So we calculate that a 3-bedroom home needs a 750. If you have a 4-bedroom home, then we have to recommend a 1,000 gallon. And if you had a 5-bedroom home, you would be getting the 1250, which would be a different style altogether. It would be a pill style, not a
right,
ball
it tends to be more
It would be
oblong.
a bigger tank pill. It would have the manhole on one end, but it would be dramatically bigger.
Okay, and for people who think, well, let's go cheaper with the 700, what are some problems that can happen if you get an incorrect size septic system installed based on the bedroom?
The big thing is about total volume of solids coming out of your home. If you have a 3-bedroom home, but you have 2 or 3 kids in each bedroom, you are going to have more solids. It has to do with, you know, what you're flushing down your toilet, what's going down your sink. So it's better to upgrade. It's not a huge expense. Going from a 750 to a 1,000 costs you about $1,000 more, but you have to remember you're spreading that cost over the full life of that tank, which is 40 to 50 years, so it's really minimal. So I try to encourage people to spend the extra money up front, get a slightly bigger tank, and then they could, in theory, get away with having it pumped out less often. We don't recommend that. You should get it pumped out every year, but that's sort of that balancing act of spending the money up front versus spending it down the road.
Okay, and for homeowners who only have a few bedrooms, but they plan on expanding, they want to eventually add more bedrooms to their home, do they need to plan for existing bedrooms, or do they need to plan based on the anticipated amount of bedrooms?
Well, it's always best to plan for what you think is going to happen. So if you are relatively confident you're going to be having more bedrooms, you have to bury this under the ground. It's not something you want to have to redo later. So rather than put a 750 in, live in the house for 4 years, and then you're going to need more space later, it's better to put a bigger tank in when you do your system rather than change it later. It's sort of I always look at your septic system, it's like it's part of a foundational principle of your home. Build it right the first time, size it right. Even if you're not going to use it, you're better to build it too big than build it too small and have to redo it later.
Yep, build it right, build it farm right.
Build it right the first time.